Your Honor, I think, no, I forwarded the transcript, the corrected transcript that I was seeking.
But you didn't forward the portions that you had that either I had ruled out or you had agreed would be out?
I did not forward those. There were...
and yeah, that's what you expected everybody to argue this morning? Without even knowing what those were, could you please forward those at your earliest convenience so that we will know by lunchtime what it is that we're talking about?
Absolutely.
Ms. Hilton, Sunday, September 29th, 1:39 p.m. Good afternoon. I hope all is well. Attached, you will find the media list for this week.
Then, Your Honor, I take full responsibility for that. I can address it. If it was sent, then that is on me. If it was sent out on, if it was sent, then that is on me. If it was sent out on Sunday.
Okay.
Here we go. We're starting already. Oh my gosh.
Luckily, the only person highlighted is somebody who's already been testifying, so it's not an issue for this time, but let's not have that happen anymore. Second, we do have a witness on the stand that we broke to handle Mr. Zachary for, so we need to be continuing with that witness and go ahead and finish up with that. In addition, you have
Mr. Sprinkle's coming back.
Even more last minute, provided an updated transcript at what, 8:30 or 10 or something o'clock last night?
I don't have to use that. I can...
Jeez.
10 or something o'clock last night.
I don't have to use that. I can...
Okay, that's good because nobody's had a chance to be able to look at it or compare it or anything like that. So, okay.
Dang, she's starting already.
All right, so can we get
Whitaker's
Mr. Sprinkle over to finish up his testimony?
Your Honor, Mr. Sprinkle, in the...
So
as I explained before, I called Mr. Sprinkle when we intended to call Mr. Zachary. Mr. Sprinkle's testimony, and in order to avoid him being called twice, we were putting in the interview of Mr. Zachary, given his continued pronouncements regarding his health concerns and other considerations. We were going to call Detective Gaither to simply get in the interview regarding Mr. Zachary. Mr. Sprinkle's investigation, if you will deal with some of the information that comes from Mr. Zachary's interview. And rather than asking the court to call Mr. Sprinkle twice.
Well, we're calling lots of witnesses twice, or you are calling lots of witnesses twice, so.
Your Honor, I ask the court's permission, since we do have Detective Gaither here, to allow us to put in Mr. Zachary's interview and to allow us to proceed after Detective Gaither.
Thank you, Amy.
And what is Detective Gaither just going to be introducing the interviews?
She's going to be introducing the interviews. Primarily, that is the reason that we have her. She also confirmed, though Mr. Zachary was able to confirm some information about his phone number, another phone number. I told her that I don't expect to keep her very long. I don't expect her to be more than today, frankly.
Judge Whitaker's had enough. She's done for real.
Yeah, that's it. And the other matter that I wanted to broach with the court simply dealt with
Look at the attitude.
The concerns that the court had that we broached briefly regarding some of the cross-examination testimony and some of the information in the interview with Mr. Zachary on the 5th of August, 2015, that we believe has addressed some of the concerns that the court had regarding.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about.
So in my email to the court.
Listen, all right. What did y'all do to Judge Whitaker this weekend? What happened? She is killing Miss Love this morning. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. She probably watched some of the videos that we dropped over the last weekend, this weekend, and she's like, yeah, you know what? They're right. I'm sick of this. I'm going to take back control of my courtroom. God dang.
Said that
Extra spicy
there
this
were
morning.
some matters that we would ask permission to address prior to playing the interview.
Amy says she looked like a banana.
Some of the
Man.
portions of the interview that defense requested redacted.
Dang.
The court said that it needed sometimes foundational information before I went ahead and.
Okay, and I think that Ms. Persfield responded to everybody that we're not going to address that this morning before, and we know that the jury is going to be here and ready to go at 9, and I don't think there's going to be time to address all of that in the 5 minutes before
Big Bird.
the jury is here. Do you?
Well, there is one that I think we can. It's the first one that we have listed.
Okay, well, anyway, that is what I said we would address either at lunch or at the end of the day, correct? All right, and so for that reason as well, we're not really ready for Detective Gaither's testimony. So go ahead and call Mr. Sprinkle over and let's pick up with him, because we can't, if we need to do the whatever is or is not going to come in the interviews, and it's different from what we had already made determination about, and we left some things for determination. We have to figure that out during the lunch break. So,
Yes, Your Honor. Will
All
the
right.
court permit me to step out and make that phone call?
yes, please.
And also, Your Honor, so will the court be permitting me or allow me to bring Mr. Sprinkle back after we get in the
I
testimony?
mean, it seems to me like that's been kind of the way this case has gone, is that people get called back 2 and 3
Yep.
times. So
Take 'em out,
sure, you
bring
can
'em
do
back
that
in.
with him too.
Excuse me, please.
Hey, Judge Whitaker is standing on business today. I like this. How long do y'all think it's going to take her to run out of gas, though? That's the question. Good morning to everybody here, by the way. I see y'all. Oh, man. Oh, I don't know why it kept that. That is not what I wanted to type in the chat. How long is Judge Whitaker going to be standing on business? Yeah, and Sprinkle is coming back. I know y'all are probably a little bit disappointed about that. But let's skip ahead and see if we can get Sprinkle up here. We know he's going to be prepared and ready to do his job. I'm going to tell him all about Fulton County police officers and how they're running things out there. Sheesh. All right, what's going on here? Looked like Mr. Weinstein is about to say something. Oh, but they've got the sound off. Dang.
So I'm here to once
Come
again.
on, crime. Here we go.
All right, Mr. Weinstein, you wanted
I hope so, FF.
to address something?
Yeah, just briefly, Your Honor, and I'm not sure when the state plans on using this, but on the 27th of September, so 3 days ago, we got a Dropbox link with additional crime scene photos from a 2019 case, a 2014 case, and a 2015 case. These hadn't previously been provided.
Of what?
Well, I think you'd have to ask maybe Mr. Atkins or the state. One of them relates to, I just have APD case numbers. I think they could give you more detail.
Okay.
My main point being these should have been provided in December of 22 at the latest. So I don't know why we're just receiving these now. And it seems to be my role in the case. I'm here to once again complain about late discovery, Your Honor.
And Judge Whitaker
Ms.
said,
Love?
Your Honor, I'd ask the court, since that is not something that will be broached this week at all, that the court allow us to address the matter when I have those files in front of me that Mr. Weinstein
How
is
about you get
referring
those
to.
files at lunch? Seems to me like
We
we're
can
going to
do
have a
that.
lot to talk about over lunch.
We can do that, Your Honor. And also, I will say that those are, to the extent that,
Judge
of course,
Whitaker,
I will
what
look back
happened?
and make sure that they were not previously provided, but to the extent that they were not, the crime scene information that we have turned over is a direct result of
wow.
matters and witnesses that we have added back because of the objections that have been made, and the
look on
CAD
that pen,
reports,
y'all
I
see it?
believe, have already been admitted as evidence. So there is nothing about the photographs that would create any
John saw it.
delay or prejudice or anything of that matter, but I'll address it at lunch.
What were
Ooh, she is about to listen. John saw it. He said that pen. Yep, John knows when that pen starts shaking, or she does this. It's about to go down. What did y'all do to her this weekend? What happened? She couldn't get her normal hairstylist. Dang. Something went down. Judge Whitaker is pissed.
the dates?
These are cases from, according
Did
to
y'all
what
take her
Mr.
seat in
Adkins
church?
sent, 2019, 2014, and 2015, Your Honor. And Mr. Adkins, in an email to me on that same date, the 27th, indicated to me that these had not previously been provided to us. So we can discuss it at lunch as the court wishes, Your Honor.
Okay.
She said, golly.
All right. Miss Love, in your
Thank you,
Sunday 6 p.m. email,
Loving Hurricane
you
Whitaker.
said that you were going to forward later in the evening to counsel and the court the portions of Mr. Zachary's
You can tell us
interview
Monday.
that you were seeking reconsideration of based or because of, I guess, the way he testified. I'm not in receipt of that forward. Did you ever forward what the actual portions are?
Your Honor, I think, no, I forwarded the transcript, the corrected transcript that I was seeking.
But you didn't forward the portions that you had that either I had ruled out or you had agreed would be out?
I did not forward those. There were,
And yet that's what you expected everybody to argue this morning without even knowing what those were. Could you please forward those at your earliest convenience so that we will know by lunchtime what it is that we're talking about?
absolutely.
Excuse me, and I didn't receive the transcript last night.
Well, she's agreed that she's not going to be using the transcript because nobody's had a chance to look at it. So
Thank you, Your
you
Honor.
don't need to worry about that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But I don't know if somebody's going to be over here to assist you later in the morning, but as soon as somebody gets here, you need to get that taken care of, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so it's Ms.
You know, I had somebody this weekend who was harassing me about Miss Love and saying, how could you be so hard on Miss Love? Why are you always, you're over here calling her names and calling her out her name, which isn't true, and saying this about her and that about her. Hey, I'm not saying anything else after this. I'm going to clip this up and I'm going to replay this clip anytime someone tries to defend Miss Love, because you see Judge Whitaker is finally doing what we all ask. Just call it out. Just call it out and make them do something about it. So we'll see what happens at lunch, but this is the Judge Whitaker we've all been waiting for. Yo, she is standing on business. Somebody in the chat say you can tell it's a Monday. She is not playing around today.
Mr. Sprinkle out there ready?
He said that he needed 10 minutes from the time that I reached him. So
Tell him, text him now and tell him he needs to get over here right now.
he is, Your Honor. He is coming. He
Text him
literally.
anyway and say the 10 minutes, he can't have any more time. He needs to stop what he's doing right now and come on. Because we have the jury waiting.
Yes, Your Honor.
Wow. Judge Whitaker is in rare form today. Yo,
And then while we wait, I guess you can go ahead and forward us those portions of the interview that you think need reconsideration, since we'll just be sitting here doing nothing otherwise.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yikes. You know, normally when something goes the state's way, I would say, oh, Fannie Willis was texting Judge Whitaker and told her to take some of the heat off. What is going on this morning? Like, she completely flipped. So she saw something, heard something. Maybe she was watching the trial, some of the videos on YouTube, and she said, you know what? It's time. It's time. I'm done playing. I'm not doing this anymore because I think Judge Whitaker might be past those days. But hey, it's none of my business. I don't want to know. Some of those comments are crazy. I'm gonna skip ahead and see if we can get Mr. Sprinkle in here too. Y'all know Miss Love, she's gonna be off her game today. And I don't know where her help is. This could be the reason why Judge Whitaker is going at her. She sees she's up there all by herself, so she's ready to lay the smackdown. But oh my God, Randall King said no. She watched your videos and realized she needed to stand on business.
Area right here too.
She is clearly
here's
upset.
Mr. Sprinkle. No, you may not. Let's get the jury in. Get Mr. Sprinkle on the stand and the
Yes,
jury.
Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah, something went down. I don't know if we'll ever know what happened, but Judge Whitaker she's done.
The jury
Listen to
in.
this
Area
exchange.
right here too.
Oh, look, here's Mr. Sprinkle. No, you may not. Let's get the jury in. Get Mr. Sprinkle on the stand and the
Yes,
jury.
Your Honor. Thank you.
God dang. I don't know. I'm getting a little uncomfortable. You know what this is like? Y'all remember being in school and then your teacher starts chastising somebody and you're over there snickering like, and then they just keep going and they keep going and you're laughing a little bit. And then they keep going at him. Or if you're a coach, or if a coach was going at a player and then you're kind of like, ooh, dang. And then they just keep going and you're like, oh man, yo, take it easy. Like then you start to feel bad. You're like, all right, yo, coach, let him live, coach. What happened? Your wife didn't make that chocolate pie that you like over the weekend? Hey, yo. God dang. I'm starting to feel bad for Miss Love. I never thought this day would come. I think I know. I'm going to give you guys a theory about what happened. Because I've mentioned several times about Judge Whitaker and why she's doing and moving the way she's moving throughout this trial. We all know that she has things going on behind the scenes that may benefit her if she were to see this trial all the way through. But what happened last week that we talked about? Y'all might remember, or you might have seen this video that I dropped on Saturday, I believe. What I brought up and showed you guys was this right here. Adriane Love is apparently getting in trouble or about to be in trouble for some prosecutorial misconduct. And with Judge Whitaker wanting to run this trial smoothly, wanting to get things through to a verdict, this could really put a speed bump, a major speed bump in her case if one of the district attorneys was thrown off of this case. So with that being said, if there is something to this and there's something behind this, Judge Whitaker's behavior towards Miss Love might be based off of what came out over the past several days and over this weekend. And yes, there are multiple offenses: attorney misconduct, corporate misconduct, failure to disclose Brady material. Judge Whitaker is getting on her this morning for not having stuff ready, not having things prepared. Ooh. I think I know what it is. I think that's why Judge Whitaker is acting the way she's acting towards Miss Love this morning. Because y'all know these judges, especially when they get to a certain level, they're connected. They have certain types of relationships. She might already have some thought or insight into what's going to happen with the state bar. So we'll have to keep an eye on this and see what happens. But if you look at how Judge Whitaker was behaving on Wednesday and how she's acting now, it's like they're two different people.